Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell, I am not at home. I am staying in London. I'm currently in SW6. Staying here because I lectured at the Condé Nast School of Fashion for 2 days and just decided that I'd like to stay up in London for a little bit longer. I'm sorry if it looks like I'm not looking at the camera as well, because I'm using my phone to film this one, which is a new experience for me. I normally use my camera, so sorry if I'm not looking in the right places. But it is Sunday and I don't really have any plans. Potentially go and get myself some food later, but I just wanted to go through my Sunday autumn makeup routine because I've got a couple of new products that I haven't tried yet, a couple of ones that I am just religiously using, and I just wanted to just sit down and have some fun. Oh, aeroplane. Let's get started. So, I have washed my face. I always exfoliate my face in the morning and at night. I then use the Tropic Skincare Vitamin Toner, and this is just like a spray, and you can kind of spray it on over your makeup or before, but I just use it as like a hydrating thing to hydrate my skin before I put any makeup on and get all the vitamins in there basically. Now, I then go in with my trusty Reginaire 3D cream. This is actually available on the Luna Rose website. Also, just a quick disclaimer, there are going to be some products in here that I have been gifted. Some of the products are mine, some of the products are on my website. So I will put little stars next to the ones that are gifted below, rather than me just saying, hi, gifted, because I just feel like it ruins it. But I will declare those down below, so don't worry. So I'm just gonna go in with a few pumps of this. I have a mirror here as well, by the way, because I'm not sure how good a phone screen is to see my makeup, but I love this cream and it's so moisturizing, and especially when it gets more towards like winter, which is actually my favorite time of year. I'm such an autumn winter person. It's just super moisturizing and I love it. It is more on the expensive side, but it lasts for ages. And honestly, like, I can feel it tingling my skin now because it really works. And I don't have the best skin, as I have probably mentioned a few times before. Also, my ears are red and I don't know why. I mainly use the same things every day, I have to say. But there are some times where I'd be kind of gifted new skincare, or I'd find new skincare and makeup, and then I'll kind of go for something else and try that for a while, and then kind of chop and change in between. But this was gifted to me at the Superdrug event, and this is the e.l.f. mineral infused face primer. Now the weird thing is I haven't actually used anything e.l.f. before, and I was looking at buying some of their stuff. This is in the clear. I think it must just come in one. But I was actually looking at buying some of their stuff, and then weirdly in the gift bag there was something from e.l.f. So I haven't actually used this yet, so let's give it a go. I like the consistency of like a gel, like, I mean, I'm not sure what it's made of because I didn't keep the box, but like a silicone-y type feel primer, because I feel like it blurs really well. And this one kind of feels like that, so it's very sort of clear and kind of gooey. But I really like it because I feel like it goes gel and then it goes matte and just sets the underneath of your face really nicely. I also apologise for my eyelashes because I have got about 4 of them left. I either need to get them topped up or take them off, but as I say, I'm not home, so a bit difficult, really. Now I'm done completely with my base. I'm gonna go in with my foundation. Now, I spent a long time looking for the right foundation, and for me personally, I have kind of like combination oily skin. I don't like it to be too matte. I quite like it to be a little bit dewy. So the Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation was definitely the one for me, definitely. I use it every single day. I don't ever really use anything different. Obviously using my own brushes. And this is in the shade Driftwood. Driftwood is mine. So this is the 24-hour coverage foundation. And I just whack this all over my face because it's just the best. It honestly is. It has such high coverage, it smells great. I really enjoy this, and I don't think, unless I obviously develop my own foundation, I don't really think I'm gonna swap to another brand. I do have a cheaper foundation that I use kind of every now and then. Just like if I don't really want to use this one, because this one's fairly expensive. I think it's about £30 a bottle, which to a lot of people is probably really cheap. But I always used to spend kind of £10 to £12 on my foundation. So for me, it's a lot more, which is why I don't use it sparingly. I still enjoy it, but I do have a cheaper one, just in case I'm going somewhere that my makeup's gonna rub off, or it doesn't really matter what I look like, or I don't know, maybe I'm just going swimming and I just wanted some foundation on. And then it doesn't matter if it comes off. I feel like because I'm doing this on my phone, it's kind of those, you know, in Vogue get the people to do their makeup. I feel like it's that kind of vibe because I'm doing it on my phone and not my camera. But hey ho, I am not a celebrity and this is not Vogue, sadly. But next we're gonna move on to eyebrows, and I need the mirror for this one, 100%. So, this is actually a test product from Luna Rose, but I don't think I'm gonna keep it because it's quite a hard kind of formula. Oh, it's fluffing my face. It's just quite a hard formula, and I've used some other kind of gel eyebrow products, and I mean, it works, it goes on, and I have eyebrows afterwards, but firstly, I don't think it's really dark enough for me, and second, I don't know, it's not really, I'm not happy with it, and I will only release products that I'm happy with and that I am happy using all the time. I mean, I do use this one every day just because I have it and I feel like it's a waste if I don't, and it does work. I mean, there is an eyebrow there now, but I just wouldn't then release it for kind of other people to buy because I put a lot of effort into my brand and my product, and it's just, yeah, not for me. I also think that in the summer you can get away with eyebrows being a little bit lighter, but in the winter and like autumn time, I would much rather my eyebrows be darker. I feel like it's just kind of the trend of eyebrows for me, like seasonal eyebrows. I don't even know if that's a thing or if I just made that up, but seasonal eyebrows for me, just darker in the winter, basically. So eventually I will stop using this sample and then save it again for next year, but currently this is all I have with me. And like I say, this is less of a like kind of forced makeup tutorial. This is literally what I have in my makeup bag and what I'm using at the moment, and obviously anything new that I've picked up, but this is just what I tend to use all the time because I have it with me. I feel like that one's darker than the other one. I'm also actually getting my eyebrows tattooed in October, in a couple of weeks. I think it's like mid-October. So I'll probably take you with me there as well. Concealer wise, I always conceal under my eyes, and then this is how I shape my brows. So I'll just pop a little bit in the middle to use for that, and maybe a little bit on my chin as well. So this is the Lasting Perfection Collection 2000 Concealer, and this is in warm medium, so number 3. Honestly, I swear by that concealer. It's like £3, £4, but I constantly use it all the time. I love it. And then I use my flat brush. So the foundation one I use is kind of like the medium fluffy one, and then I also use the flat one for concealer. And with the Barry M Mist and Fix spray, so just to keep my concealer in place, I spray it on the brush and then dab underneath, and I just feel like it gives me a little more matteness. So throughout the day, it's also fixing it as well as kind of making sure that it doesn't go shiny at the same time. So yeah, fun tip for you. I know a lot of people go in with kind of like eye makeup and stuff before, but this is my makeup routine that I do sort of every day. It takes me about 20 minutes and I'm not blabbering on through the entire thing. So this is just the way I do it. I mean, I'm probably gonna do a bit more on the eyes now just because I can and I have the time. But normally this just takes me 15 to 20 minutes in the morning, and this is very much my everyday look. Now I've got the tiny, kind of, I guess you could call it like a lip brush, but I just use that to shape my brows with the concealer. So when I'm actually doing the brow part, I don't worry too much, and then this is the part where I shape them. It will also be a lot easier for me once I have tattooed eyebrows. I mean, I don't have much eyebrow, as I'm sure you can tell. I didn't realise there were so many aeroplanes that went past here. So there we have it, some perfectly formed eyebrows. Now, I do sometimes like to go over them just with the kind of one of the gel brushes, and this is the Natural Collection brow gel from Boots. And I just literally go over them so it gets a bit on the hair rather than being kind of just the makeup on my skin. I don't know if it does anything, but I just like to brush them out and feel like I've done something to the hair as well as my skin, I suppose. Now I am gonna go in with my eyes, and this is the Luna Rose eyeshadow palette. Obviously my ones are testers, so they don't have logos on, but this one here, I feel like some of the colours are summery, but I also really love this as an autumn palette, and you can just kind of mix and match the colours as well. So to start with, I'm gonna go in with this colour all over. It has a mirror in it as well, and it's a huge mirror, which is super helpful. There you can see, now I can see how much it's raining outside. I'm gonna go all over with this colour. I'm also just gonna use a separate fluffy brush to just blend that in to the top of my eye. There we go, so base colour is done. Now I think I'm gonna go in with the really purpley kind of shade. This is so difficult. The really purpley kind of shade here. I would normally go for this one, but I'm feeling in a purple mood today. So let's go for that one. And I'm just gonna do this and work from the outside inwards. So I'll try and use this mirror so that you can see. Now when I'm doing like a cut crease kind of look, or that's what I'm doing with the colour, I'll use kind of the tiny brush, just because it's a little bit more precise for this, and then I'll blend it in with the other one afterwards. And then use the same brush as I used for the base colour, so it still has a little bit kind of product left on it to blend, and then just blend that out. There we go. And the same again on the other eye. So this is just a really nice kind of plum colour, and I just feel like these autumn colours are great for just kind of daily wear. Even those out, so the same on both side. So we've got the purpley colour here and then the orangey all over. I will just tidy up the sides. Where's my fussy brush? I will just tidy up the sides a little bit. And there we go. So eyes are now done. Obviously in the palette they have their corresponding glitter colours, and I really, really love this colour for autumn, but I'm not in a glittery mood today. I'm in a very subtle mood today. So we're gonna leave it with the colours and no glitter. Now for the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. This is the Revolution Beauty. I'm really, really loving Revolution stuff at the moment. So this is Revolution Beauty Give Me Some Sun Obsession palette. And as you can see, that one was my favorite and it's now gone. And that was kind of this sort of orangey type color. But yeah, I used that all up because that's my favorite. So I just kind of don't have a preference with these. This one seems to be the darkest when I use it. And these two are just sort of more general colors, but I will tend to just dip into all three because, I mean, it's all going in the same place. And it's so much quicker than doing a whole like contour with like creams and everything, so I just don't bother. But it's just a nice subtle difference between my cheek and my chin. So I'll tend to kind of work in the sort of the classic 3 of where you should put your bronzer, but then I'll take it slightly down onto my neck, which is probably why there's makeup already on this jumper. Oops. And just sort of under my chin, just to get it blended. And as I say, this is a very kind of nude autumn daytime look, so I'm really not looking to go too dark with any of this. And then just around my forehead as well. Then I'm gonna use my, I think this is, nope, this is Laura Mercier. It's my Laura Mercier fan brush. And just dip into just one of the colors a little bit, and this is how I'm gonna do my nose. So let's concentrate for a little bit. Another aeroplane. So I'm just gonna go down the sides of my nose and just very gently kind of buff it, because again, I don't want it to be too strong. And then just underneath the tip at the front. There we go. And I'm just gonna blend it in to make sure it's not too harsh with my giant blusher brush. So there, we're done with bronzer. I don't tend to wear blusher, but I might put on a little bit. I'm not sure. I kind of just have it there for the days that I'm feeling a bit fruity. Oh, I just downed. That sound is something you'll always hear in Chelsea and Fulham as well. I don't know if you can hear that, but I've just got used to hearing people in expensive cars driving up and down very loudly at all times of the day and night, which, I mean, there's worse sounds and I'm not really complaining, but yeah, it's just quite funny. So this is something that I got gifted a couple of weeks ago. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. Now this is obviously only a tiny little, it's fine. This is obviously only a tiny little tester one, but I am really, really, really enjoying this. And this is in shade 2. I'm not sure how many shades there are, but this is in shade 2. And I just kind of want to buff it in. So I think I'm gonna use my, don't shout at me, I'm gonna use my eyeshadow blending brush and just make sure there's no eyeshadow left on it. We're good. I think I only really ever put the same kind of color on here anyway. So I'm just gonna dab that in, and I'm just gonna go over the areas that would get kind of shiny, I suppose, just to mattify it before it even gets there. So this is kind of like a translucent powder, just to set things. So I'm gonna do a little bit under here. I did also get gifted a beauty blender, but I'm gonna be honest and say I have absolutely zero idea of how to use them. Last but not least, I'm gonna, well, second to last. This is the Luna Rose highlight palette. Obviously mine is very well used, you can see that. My highlight brush is, I do have a big highlight brush in the Luna Rose collection, but I don't think I packed it just because it is a bit bigger. So I've got my tiny Morphe brush, but you can obviously see that I do use these brushes and stuff every day, so it's not like I'm not using my own brand. Now I'm gonna go in with the highlight. I'm gonna go for a warmer tone today, so I'm gonna go for this middle one here. I think this one is almost hitting pan as well. And I'm just gonna pop this. Oh, look at that. I just love it. I just love it. Just the difference between that cheek and that cheek. I just love it. It's brilliant. And then on this side as well. And then I'm gonna use the lighter color here. This also has a huge mirror, but this one is so dirty. I'm also gonna use this color here to just buff down my nose and above my top lip. There as well. I'm gonna use my eyeshadow buffing brush again. And I'm just gonna take the very light highlighter color and I'm just gonna pop it under my brows. And now lastly, I know I said last but not least, but now lastly, I'm gonna go in with this makeup. Now I'm pretty sure Jeffree Star reviewed this in one of his kind of like high street brand videos, I guess. But this was gifted to me again at the Superdrug event here in London. And this is the Revolution The Mascara. And I like the fact that it's rose gold because a lot of my stuff is rose gold. But I remember him saying in the video that it was very clumpy, and you can kind of see that it is really clumpy. But he then also said that it fans out the lashes very well. So I thought I would give it a go. I did wear some the other night and I did kind of like it. I'm gonna try and do it a bit closer so that you can see. But it is fairly clumpy, but as long as you kind of brush out the clumps, it's not too bad. At the moment, I'm mainly just trying to blend in. I got some on my eye there. Oh, at the moment, I'm mostly just trying to blend in my real lashes with my fake lashes because this is really not a good look at all. I guess that's a little bit more blended. And then I'm just gonna put, I don't really ever wear mascara on the bottom lashes, but put a tiny bit on there for today. And there we have it. I don't know how much I would recommend this, and I don't know how much it actually is, but if you're gonna try it, just prepare for it to be very clumpy. But as you can see, it's not actually that bad once you have it on, and I do agree with what he's saying, and it does fan the lashes out, so yeah. And for lips, I wasn't actually going to put any lips on, but I feel like this look can take it, I think. So this is the brand new Luna Rose lip color. Honestly, I wear this almost every single day. I absolutely love this color. And it's this really nice like nude autumn color. It's in the same formula as the other ones. It's matte liquid lip. And it genuinely just stays on all day. Like I can eat, go to meetings, drink, I'll be having like coffees and wine, honestly, whatever, and it just stays on. So once I get the shape right, it stays there all day. There's always one side you mess up. You do the first side right and then you mess up the second time. Why is that? There we go, we fixed it. We fixed it. So there you have it. This one will be out soon, I promise. This will be out in October. So there you have it. That is my autumn, rainy London, Chelsea makeup look. With eyes and highlight and dodgy eyelashes and all. So thank you very, very much for watching. I'm gonna try and do some more makeup tutorials as well. Not that I'm a makeup artist, but it's nice to see how other people do it. Just normal people, day-to-day people. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I hope you liked it. Bye.